Good afternoon, my name is Mehdi Chith, and the question chosen to address is a short summary of the war or conflict the film depicts. Sierra Leone, the consequences of human greed and the psychological warfare alongside human rights atrocities, all of which resulted in the mass murder of civilian life. The Civil War of Sierra Leone lasted approximately between 1991 to 2002, a war which involved the IUF forces, external foreign investors, external and internal resistance, and the dictator and tyrannical leader of Liberia, Charles Taylor. The diamond mining industry provides the rebel with potential revenue of approximately $300 million per year. Precisely how much is spent on the small arms and ammunition remains unknown. However, what is known is that the arms are apparently acquired in Eastern Europe and staged through Burkina Faso, and then continue on to Liberia for eventual delivery to the rebel forces in Sierra Leone. Small arms such as the iconic AK-47, RPG, general purpose machine gun, and other procured weapons and vehicles, all funded through the direct use of trading conflict diamonds. This made conflict diamonds a direct currency in the trade of stockpiled weaponry from the Cold War and earlier periods. Sierra Leone has been embroiled in civil war that began in March 1991 as the IUF forces attempts to overthrow successive governments. The internal conflict involved multiple ethnic groups and resulted in an estimated of 15,000 deaths from 1991 to 1996. By early 1999, estimates of the number of dead in the rebel war ranged upward from 50,000. Foreign involvement in Sierra Leone's conflict is a major problem, and there is a clear evidence that Liberia and Burkina Faso are supporting the rebel efforts. Sierra Leone's participation in West African peacekeeping force, ECOMOG, when deployed in Liberia, provoked Charles Taylor's retaliation against Sierra Leone. Charles Taylor, now president of Liberia, saw the intervention as hostile to him when he was fighting for power there. They also had the support of Libya, which sent weapons to them through Burkina Faso, which then transshipped overland through the Ivory Coast, through Liberia, into Sierra Leone. In March 1998, the government led by President Ahmed Tejan Kaba, who had been elected in 1996, was returned to power after 9 months in exile. The government's return followed the February 1998 coup of the Armed Forces Revolutionary Council and the Revolutionary United Front. Throughout 1998, the AFRC and IUF rebels committed numerous horrific abuses, including brutal killings, severe mutilations, and deliberate dismemberments, in a widespread campaign of terror against the civilian population known as Operation No Living Thing. One particularly vicious practice was cutting off the ears, noses, hands, legs of the non-combatants who were unwilling to cooperate with or provide for the insurgents, a method to manifest fear and dispel the bulk of villagers from the villages nearby, a tactical method in gaining mass territory for diamond farming at an astonishing rate. This was seen as detrimental on a psychological level, even more so on a physical level. The AFRC and the IUF forces were defeated and driven out of Freetown by the forces of the Economic Organization of West African States, ECOWAS, led by the armed forces of Nigeria. In February and March 1998, there was fierce fighting throughout the country as ECOMOG and members of Civil Defense Forces, CDF, continued to fight remnants of the AFRC and IUF, particularly in the large cities outside the capital. However, government and ECOMOG forces failed to gain control of the whole country, and the civil war continued throughout 1998. In December 1998, the AFRC and the RUF rebels infiltrated Freetown and, at the year's end, controlled areas close to the capital. Unfortunately, clashes occurred between ECOMOG, rebel forces of the Revolutionary United Front, and the Armed Forces Revolutionary Council, who attacked and re-entered Freetown in January 1999. It was the saddest period 10-year-old conflict with reprisals and human suffering. Following the agreements of all parties and the principle of a negotiated settlement in February 1999, a ceasefire was arranged for May 24th, and the UN-backed peace accord implemented. On 22nd of October, the Security Council established the United Nations mission in Sierra Leone to cooperate with the government and other parties in implementing the Leone Peace Agreement to assist in the implementation of the disarmament, demobilization, and reintegration plan. Thank you.